Welcome to Undisputed. We are live from Los Angeles. I'm Jenny Tapio with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Guys, good morning.
Yeah. Got some news late yesterday. Some news late yesterday.
So, first of all, I would like to congratulate our man Lil Wayne on his Red Sox dominating. I think they're your Yankees, right? You like the Yankees.
I like the Yankees.
They dominated the Yankees last night at Fenway in a win-or-go-home game.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think Wayne actually loves the Red Sox even more than he loves his Packers, because he texted me during the game that he was losing his damn mind over this game.
I want to know who sent Aaron Judge home. That's all I need to know. Who did that?
Well, his name is Phil Nevin. He's the third base coach, and they're going to want his head in New York today.
Oh, right? Yeah, that was interesting. Oh, Wayne has some good, he's got some good teams. Interesting. But
Let's go,
Skip's
Rays.
Skip's team, there was some news yesterday. The news Shannon is referring to. Let's get to it. Jaylon Smith's days in Dallas have come to a close as the former Pro Bowl linebacker was released yesterday after signing a 5-year, $64 million extension ahead of the 2019 season. Smith has become the odd man out in the Cowboys linebacking core behind Micah Parsons, Keanu Neal, and Leighton Vander Esch. Shannon, was this a good move or a bad move for the Cowboys?
Skip, unfortunately, this is one of those situations. It was a move. It wasn't because the guy has. First of all, let me say this. When this young man was laying on the field at the Fiesta Bowl with his knee in shreds, I did not see this.
No,
I did not see a guy being there, being here.
Agreed.
So it's a medical miracle, and it's a lot of love and support and a lot of determination and hard work that he ever made it thus far.
Yep. Jerry took a flyer on him in the second round.
Yes,
and he missed the whole first year to recover.
Correct.
Yep.
And for him to get here, that says something about this man's stick-to-itiveness.
I agree.
But Skip, this is also just goes to show you what the callousness and the bottom line business that the NFL is. And when you look at Vander Esch, you look at Cox, Keanu Neal, Micah Parsons, it seems to me that Smith was going to be the odd man out. Now, I started telling you last year, Skip, there's a decline that is in his play. Everybody, you out of your mind, you just a Cowboy hater. Just watch the tape. Just watch him on.
No, trust me, the Cowboy fans saw it last year.
But, they might have seen it, Skip, but then you know how it is, Skip.
Yeah, I know.
Your family might be doing bad, but don't somebody outside of the family.
That's correct.
Don't you see it, Skip?
Yeah.
But you could see his play, Skip. He wasn't the same guy. He was missing a lot of tackles. He was running around. It's almost like he didn't seem to know where he was going. And then it became even more abundantly clear in pass coverage. And so I think this was a move that needed to be made, Skip. But I hate it for the simple fact is that. And I don't really know Jaylon Smith. Skip, we had him on the show.
We had him.
That at the Super Bowl.
Yep. I liked him. Yep.
I liked him. I know what he's doing in the community for the minority business in Dallas, in that area, Skip. So that needs to be mentioned. But, Skip, it seems to me that, and I probably in his mind, he's saying, damn, we got a real shot this year.
That's right. I agree.
And damn, I'm not going to be a part of it.
Nope.
I've been through the last 2 years, been very lean, Skip, and this is my opportunity.
Yep.
But it just goes to show you the depth at what they have at that position.
Yep.
And Skip, and you can't have a guy like this and all of a sudden he's deactive. He's a healthy scratch, a DMP. Skip, you can't have that, Skip. So I think it was the only move that Dallas could make, although I don't like it because I like the guy. But before I turn over to you, but I would just let you know just how out of the loop Mike McCarthy is. Mike McCarthy had just named this man defensive captain after the game in Carolina. And on Tuesday, Jerry Jones released him. That just goes to show you, Skip. And we were talking about this. I say all Mike McCarthy is a face. He has the title of head coach in name only. He named the man captain on Sunday after the game. Jerry called the man in on Tuesday and released him. Mike McCarthy had no idea that this was going on. Skip, I hate it. I understand the business. You covered it for 40 years. I played 14 years and been around it since. So we understand the callousness of this business. It's wins and losses. Can you help us win or can you not? They believe at this point in time, Skip, the other guys give them a better chance of winning.
Yeah.
They moved on from Jaylon Smith.
Okay, I'm going to start with your last point about captaincy. Jaylon Smith was also appointed a captain for Sunday's home game against Carolina. And the reason I know that for a fact was just before kickoff, we got to see, as I'm about to show you.
You breaking them down?
He was breaking them down. He was leading the rah-rah huddle on the sideline before kickoff.
Right.
Jaylon Smith is in the middle. He is leading the chants. He is hyping the hype artist. Yeah, here we go. This is Jaylon Smith.
They've got Zach Martin bouncing.
Here we go. Let's bump helmets. Let's headbutt. Here we go. Jaylon's got him hyped. Little did we know at that moment, he was on his way out of town. He is leading the entire massive huddle on the sideline, and they are listening. They are following.
Ty Smith said, I need to save my energy.
Well, he always saves his energy. He's not going to participate in that. But I always viewed Jaylon Smith as a team leader. Maybe not the. Dak is the team leader.
Correct.
But of the defensive players, DeMarcus Lawrence is up there, obviously. But Jaylon Smith is up in there also because of what he overcame.
Yes.
He won their respect.
Yes.
He came all the way back from a knee that was, to your point, shredded to the point of nerve damage, to the point of career-threatening, if not career-ending.
Right.
And he fought his way back to have a very good run through the 2017 season, an even better run through 2018 when he and Wolf Hunter are just flying sideline to sideline. Remember the game against Drew Brees?
New Orleans
game at home on a Thursday night late in the year?
Yes.
Those two young linebackers just dominated the game running sideline to sideline. And he can fly now. So can Wolf Hunter. But again, Jaylon, when he got healthy, he can run 4.5-ish.
Right.
And yet, 2019, he makes the Pro Bowl. It was more on the reputation of 2018.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the pandemic year came. And to your point, all of last year, as they had an historically bad year against the run, for a while they were on course to set the all-time record. They finished second, actually, to the Houston Texans in allowing rush yardage. But you remember the games, the 308 allowed to Cleveland at home and the 294 at Baltimore and the
240 against Cardinals.
261, I believe it was.
265, Cardinals.
Cardinals at home on a Monday night stage where they're just running wild. They are literally running you off your home turf. And a primary perpetrator was this man. Every time I looked up, Jaylon Smith looked like chicken with head cut off, going the wrong way. He seemed to lose his read and react confidence where he just was getting more and more lost. And he was the object of a lot of film study. That Bob Sturm of The Athletic just took his game all apart. And I feared he was on his way out, maybe going into this year.
I did too.
Then we had a little rejuvenation. And through camp, even though the kids started to rise and shine, starting with your man Micah Parsons and Jabril Cox, the fourth rounder, he can play.
Right.
I saw flashes of Jabril Cox during the preseason where I said he's going to be neck and neck with Micah as a dominating linebacker in this defense. And we haven't really seen Jabril yet because they're just too loaded at that position. So to your point, was he the odd man out? Well, sure he was. Now, to my point, I slept on this. I'm obviously a diehard. I love what I'm seeing because I think this team has a chance, to quote the great Troy Aikman, of being special. I think this team could go a ways in the postseason past just the first home game off winning the division. And because of that, I don't love messing with the mix right now. I don't love disrupting the chemistry. Now, if you go back to a Jimmy Johnson memorial move, this would be the kind that would send the message to the locker room. Nobody is safe. If you don't hack it, you're gone. Our way or the highway, and we don't get any of that from Mike McCarthy.
But Skip, here's the thing. Moves like that normally comes after a loss. Where you expected to win.
Great point. Agreed.
Not after scoring, they scored 36 points in a really a blowout.
So to your point, this is the classic, I was surprised. I'm not surprised, but I'm shocked. Because I'm shocked it happened on, what was it, October the 5th? October the 5th, they whacked him. They axed him. He's out the door. What? Jaylon Smith is gone? The reality of it just sank in. And when I woke up this morning, I thought, wait a second, we're riding high. And if you ask me right here, right now, as a Cowboy diehard, would I rather have Jaylon Smith or not have him? I'd rather have him. Unless you tell me he's the classic clubhouse lawyer type who's going to start making waves because he's not playing enough, but I don't get that.
I don't get that either, Skip, but also here's something that the other guys have Cox can play all the special teams. Keanu Neal can play all the special teams.
Yep.
And then you got the Michael Parsons. You've got to remember, Skip. You said yesterday we're getting all these guys back. We're getting all these guys back. I said, well, Skip, where are you gonna play them? I said, somebody gonna get. You can't play 13, 14 guys, so somebody's gonna get left out. But let me tell you what this really tells you, Skip. They were willing to eat $7.2 million in guaranteed money.
They already paid
his tape must be awful.
Okay, but here's my point back to you. I watched very closely.
Yes.
And he was forced into action because of some injury, like Keanu Neal,
right,
unvaccinated, was on the COVID list.
Right.
But he played high snaps at Chargers, a game they pulled out, as you well know. But he played 54 snaps in that game. That's a lot.
That is.
He had played 75% of the defensive snaps in the 2 games at Chargers and then Philadelphia at home. Played 50 snaps in that one. And against the Chargers, I saw rejuvenation. I saw a new spirit from him. I saw a new confidence surrounded by all the young studs. And, you know, like it sort of the rising tide lifts all boats, and his boat got lifted a little bit by all the new spirit on the defense. Trevon Diggs making defensive player of the month, and now he's the week. He did the month of September. And